This is no surprise anymore. Skeleton Crew is a disaster for Disney. The third episode has failed once again to break into the Nielsen rating for a second straight week. It's embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. The first two episodes that I talked about last week when it made its debut in Nielsen could not even top the top 10, even make the 10th list of the chart. It was that bad. Skeleton Crew is the least watched and the lowest rated Star Wars series on Disney Plus, regardless of the show's quality. It doesn't even matter what the ratings say now. The fact of the matter is the fact that this show cannot even break into the Nielsen's lowest top 10 rated show right now. It is so bad. Nielsen is the industry standard for ratings, and Disney knows that if they can at least get into the Nielsen's chart, it shows that there's some interest in their series. They have always known this right from time. In fact, even Disney invested in Samba TV, and they also withhold data. So the ratings aren't even favorable, even if you go with Samba TV. It's so bad now. But let's take a look at the Nielsen's chart for the December 9th to December 15th of last month. December, that's in 2024. Nielsen has so many shows here that on a normal day, Skeleton Crew should have at least broken into the top 10. For instance, if you look at the tenth show on the chart, you see AP Bio. Now that brought in around 306 million minutes watched. You're looking at the ninth show here, which is A Man on the Inside. That brought in 308 million minutes. You look at La Palma, brought in 355 million minutes watched that week. You also look at Jamie Foxx. What had happened was brought in 413 million minutes watched. You have Special Ops Lioness, 474 million minutes watched. You have The Ultimatum Marry or Move On, brought in 552 million minutes watched. You look at The Madness, 560 million minutes watched. You look at Landmine, 826 million watched. You look at No Good Deed, 883 million minutes watched. And then finally, you have Black Doves. That is over 1 billion minutes watched. This is quite embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. In fact, it's so bad that as much as I hate The Acolyte, as much as The Acolyte is a woke disaster for Disney, I will give that horrible show its props. It has finally gotten something that has beat it as the worst performing Star Wars content in the history of Disney. And this is Skeleton Crew. This is how bad it is. I've just listed the top 10 Nielsen chart for the 9th of December to the 15th of December last month. This is how bad this show is ranking. It can't even get on this chart. That's terrible. Disney will probably be looking at these numbers. They will not be able to greenlight a second season for Skeleton Crew at this point. It's very, very, very clear. They know they cannot greenlight a second season with this kind of numbers. Now, fans have literally stopped watching Star Wars. Let me just be clear on this because it's not gonna be good for me to do a disservice and say the show was horrible and that's why people didn't watch it. The reality is that the Star Wars fan base has depleted. There, nobody wants to watch Star Wars content anymore ever since it went super woke and tarnished the entire image of the original trilogy and even the prequel trilogy. It's been a disaster since the Ray Skywalker nonsense started happening at Disney. The interest has dropped so badly. As I speak to you right now, the first two episodes that aired last, at least when I reported the first two episodes that was supposed to rank on the chart last week, could not even average 191 million minutes per episode. That's how bad it was. So if you look at that too, that made its debut last month, They could not even get into the top 10 combined if you're looking at the millions of minutes of the two episodes combined. This is how bad the show has performed for Disney. Disney needs a new strategy to bring back Star Wars fans, because if this carries on, they might have to scrap almost every movie project and the current series plans they've invested and had writers and directors booked to work for them. I think they might have to re-strategize from ground up or even reboot the franchise. This is not looking good. So guys, share your thoughts down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do like our content. I'll see you guys very much next time.